They called her a devoted teacher, a mother, a role model. But beneath the surface, she was hiding a secret so disturbing it would shock an entire nation. It wasn't a theft. It wasn't corruption. It was something far worse, an unthinkable betrayal of trust that would turn classrooms into crime scenes and land her in front of a judge, facing the kind of justice few teachers have ever known. This is the story of Mary Kay Letourneau, the teacher who crossed every line and paid the price. Mary Kay Letourneau was not the kind of person anyone expected to see in handcuffs. Born in 1962, she came from a large Catholic family in California. She was married, a mother of four, and by all appearances, she lived a comfortable suburban life. In the early 1990s, she became a schoolteacher in Burien, Washington, a suburb of Seattle. Colleagues describe her as dedicated. Parents trusted her. Students liked her. She had the image of a teacher who cared. But in 1996, everything changed. That year, Mary Kay developed a relationship with one of her sixth grade students, a 12-year-old boy named Willie Foileau. What began, she would later claim, as mentorship spiraled into something much darker. By 1997, rumors swirled. Other students noticed how much time she spent with Willie. Whispers turned into suspicions. And then the truth came crashing down. In March of that year, police discovered Mary Kay and Willie together in a parked minivan. She was 34 years old. He was just 12. The news exploded across America. How could a married teacher, a mother of four, be caught in a sexual relationship with a child? When the case broke, parents in the community were horrified. The media swarmed the story. And Mary Kay? She was arrested, charged with statutory rape, and forced to stand before a judge as the world watched. Inside the courtroom, prosecutors argued the case was clear. Mary Kay Letourneau had abused her position as a teacher. She had manipulated and exploited a child who trusted her. The defense, however, painted a different picture, claiming she was emotionally unstable, stuck in an unhappy marriage, and deeply confused. But the law was the law. In 1997, she pleaded guilty to 2 counts of second-degree child rape. Her sentence, 6.5 years in prison. But here's where the story takes an even darker turn. The judge, showing some leniency, made an unusual decision. Instead of immediately sending her to prison for full term, Mary Kay was offered a deal. She would serve just 6 months in county jail, followed by treatment and probation. There was one condition. She was to have no contact whatsoever with Willie Foileau. It should have ended there. But Mary Kay couldn't stay away. Just weeks after her release, she was caught again, with Willie, and this time there was no second chance. The judge revoked the deal, declared her a danger, and sent her to serve the full prison sentence. By the time she was sent back to prison, Mary Kay was already pregnant with Willie's child. Inside the courtroom, jaws dropped as the revelation was made. The image of a teacher in handcuffs, visibly pregnant by her former 6th grade student, stunned the nation. In 1998, from behind bars, she gave birth to her first daughter with Willie. Later, still serving her sentence, she gave birth to a second, 2 children, both fathered by the boy she had once taught in class. Mary Kay was released from prison in 2004 after serving nearly 7 years. By then, the case was infamous. She was a convicted sex offender, banned from teaching, and forever marked as a teacher who had crossed the ultimate line. But instead of vanishing into quiet obscurity, she shocked the public again. She and Willie reunited. And 2 years later, in 2005, they got married, live on national television, with cameras capturing every moment. The marriage ignited debates across the country. Was this proof that theirs was a real love story, as some defenders claimed? Or was it a disturbing example of grooming, where the victim never escaped his abuser's influence? Throughout the years, Mary Kay's case has been cited in countless debates about power, consent, and justice. Judges, prosecutors, and parents across the U.S. have pointed to her story as an example of how devastating it can be when teachers turn criminals. When she faced justice in the courtroom, she wasn't seen as a teacher or a mother or a wife. She was seen as what the law demanded she be called, a criminal. Her sentencing, her tearful pleas, her collapse as she was ordered back to prison. Those moments left a lasting scar on the American justice system. In 2017, after nearly 12 years of marriage, Billy filed for separation from Mary Kay. Their relationship, once portrayed as forbidden love, had taken its toll. And in 2020, Mary Kay Letourneau passed away at the age of 58 after a battle with cancer. Billy was by her side. Their story ended not with a prison sentence, but with a tragedy that left behind questions that may never be answered. The story of Mary Kay Letourneau isn't just about one woman or one crime. It's about the devastating consequences of betrayal, when the very people entrusted to protect children are the ones who harm them. She was a teacher. She became a criminal. And when she stood before the judge, she faced justice not as an educator, but as an offender who broke the most sacred trust of all. What do you think? Was justice served in this case? Or did the courtroom fail to deliver the punishment such a crime truly deserved? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more shocking true crime stories and courtroom dramas. Because sometimes the most trusted faces hide the darkest secrets.